I got the job to teach the history of Quebec and Canadian history in general. And then about 1 year after that, another job came up also in the history department that Lisa was able to apply to, and she got that job.
We're very enthusiastic professors in terms of teaching, but also in terms of researching and publishing. And that was one of the surprises for us, was that there was a lot more flexibility here because of the easiness of the schedule, the amount of time freed up because of lack of commuting. The world of academia is so hooked up into the internet now that being in a place that's small really has no impact on your communication with other people or your access to resources as a researcher. Also, of course, once we got here and settled down, it's a fantastic place to live. We feel extremely lucky about that. It's a wonderful place to raise children. Our girls love it here. The opportunities for them are extensive, far greater, I think, than we would have had if we were living in Toronto, where we were before. They like school. They really enjoy, they've had wonderful teachers, and they really both enjoy school.
Close proximity to resources. Well, for example, if you have small kids, there are many different sorts of lessons that you can take them to, introduce them to, all within a very short distance. You can have, piano and skating and ballet and singing or whatever you want to do, or whatever your kids want to do. For a city its size, Charlottetown also has a lot of green spaces, so the playgrounds around attached to schools and not are also really quite an attraction, I would say, for kids.
The World University Services Canada program at UPEI, and that program essentially sponsors and supports the immigration of one refugee student every year. Mohammed was the last WUSC student that we sponsored. So he's been here for just under 2 years now, and I met him when he first arrived. He's from Ethiopia. So he had his first year, lived in a homestay situation, and then last semester he ended up in a party house. At the end of that semester, James and I said, why don't you come and live with us until the end of the school year? One of the things that I think is really wonderful about the island, living on the island, is that you're able to source your food in ways that you just can't in a lot of other places. There's a lot of good organic agriculture happening on the island. We make our own bread, we garden a lot, we do a lot of organic food production, just because it's healthy, but also because I think it's really a great thing to be able to do with kids. We have the space. Our garden is big enough to be able to grow stuff. And Mohammed has a big interest in gardening, so I think we're going to have a fantastic garden this year. We also do a lot of cycling. We've started a family tradition where at the end of the school term for the girls in June, we'll go to somewhere on the island and ride for 3 days. It's a wonderful environment for that sort of thing. It's very beautiful, but it's also very accessible. PEI is definitely home. I can't imagine that we would find any reason to move away from here. We're very comfortable here.